Fozzie here from Rampage Fitness, and today's video is all about this pumpkin today, okay? So instead of sweet potato, we're going with full pumpkin, alright? So I'm going to show you how I prep it and prepare it for the rest of the week, alright? So it'll probably last in the fridge for about 4 or 5 days. Okay, let's get started. First things first, you need to scoop out the seeds. So just grab the seeds and put into a... So get the spoon and you're going to scrape it all the way around. Alright. That's it. It should easily just pop out like that. See? That's it. Scrape out the rest. Whatever's left. Done. Cool. So now I've got 4 or 5 pieces. Scooped out the seeds. Okay. Now you want to peel the skin. So this is super hard, so you probably need a really good peeler. So I'll go on here. Okay, not a normal potato peeler. I think like a stainless steel one, and it's a bit wider than the normal peeler. Okay, so what you need to do is put it onto a board. So just okay. So what you need to do is just start peeling it, and as you can see, you know, pretty decent long strips. So you just got to do that. Like I said, it's worth a buy. It's definitely worth buying one of these. Alright. What I usually do is get my knife and I trim the edge. So cut the edge like that. Turn it around. Cut the other edge. Now you want to cut it deep enough so you get rid of that roundness. You don't want that sitting in there. Okay, so you want that out. Alrighty, so there's all the skin removed now, so I'll just show you. So got them all piled here. Alright, so what I'm gonna do now is grab one and I'm gonna start dicing it into cubes. Alright. So, I'm gonna try to use this meat cleaver or whatever. It's probably a bit more easier than butcher knife. So first off, I cut into strips. Alright, so okay. Making some gains now, shit. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so with your fingers, slice them off, obviously. Yeah. I don't know if this is ideal. I'm gonna just try with a butcher knife. Yeah, I mean, I can get a bit of a better handle on the butcher knife here, so that's cool. Let's remove that. So I try to get back into a pile again. So I'll cut into like strips. So that looks like a decent strip. That looks a bit too thick, so I'll just cut that in half. So I'll get like 2 smaller bits, and same with this piece here. So just like that. Decent sized cubes are fine because it's going to shrink a little bit when you cook it. So it holds a lot of water. So dice them all up. So I'm going to go through all these. So basically cut them into strips and then go across and cut them into cubes. So pretty much like that. Nice cubes. Once it's cooked, then you know it's going to shrink. So there you go. Cool. Okay guys, as you can see, it's all diced up. Got 3 full trays. So definitely good for at least maybe 4 or 5 days. I eat about 500 grams of it a day, but also that it will, when it cooks, it will lose its moisture, so obviously it will weigh a little bit less as well. So what I like to add to it is some organic stevia, so just a little bit, just for sweetness, because the sweet potato has obviously already a sweet taste to it. Pumpkin can, but sometimes it doesn't, so I would just rather just give it a little sprinkle, just a little once over. I can see I'm not going too crazy with it. I'm just trying to hit almost every piece. Alright. I also like to add is some ground cinnamon. Okay, so and again just a little bit. Just tap here and there. There we go, tap, tap, tap. So I preheated the oven to 250 and now I'm going to turn it down to 200. Okay, so if you see here, probably can't see. Anyway, so I'm going to put it down to 200 and I'm going to shove the trays in there for probably around about 15 minutes to 20 minutes max, because it doesn't need a long time. It just needs to be softened slightly. Like I said, it holds a lot of water. It's not like sweet potato where it's quite dense. So I'll put it in there for 15 and see how we go. This is late night Sunday cooking, boys and girls. It's 8 o'clock at night, so this is what it takes. If you want those gains, if you want to get lean, this is it. It might take you half an hour, but half an hour for the rest of the week, can't complain. And it's simple, it's just putting your mind to it, getting it done. And that's it. And your goals are set, and you get your goals, and you're happy. There you go. So I'm gonna give it, yeah, I'll go 15. All right, guys, let's go check out the pumpkin, see how it's coming along. So I just get a knife here and just test it out, just get a feel for it. I like it quite firm because you want to keep it quite firm. If you overcook it, it will take out a lot of the water and it'll just be like mush. So you don't want to do that. Okay, it's not like sweet potato. Like I said, it's less dense. So just be careful, just so it's nice and firm. Okay, give it a test, and I think that's done. So I'm going to kill the oven. And maybe just let it sit in there for about another 5 minutes. Okay guys, I just checked on my MyFitnessPal, and every 100 grams of butternut pumpkin, there's 7.2 grams of carbs. So it's a great source of carbs. It also helps you fill you up compared to sweet potato, and especially when you're on a cut, it just helps you out a lot. And that's what I use. Once the sweet potato is not doing its job anymore and I'm getting super hungry, I will start using the pumpkin. And I use butternut, but you can use butternut, Kent, maybe Japanese pumpkin, but yeah, cool. Just give it a try. I hope that helped you out. If you can, give it a thumbs up if it helped you out, and if you feel like subscribing, subscribe as well, and I'll see you next video. Laters.
Audio Jungle.